I have killed over 10,000 spindle bots, and I have made billions doing this. I've made close to 7 bill murdering these guys, and I would like to pass that money on to you, so you can help me. I can't be the only one getting rich off of these moronic botters. So, hi. My name is Paul, and please allow me to show you how to get shamelessly rich off of killing spindle bots. Enjoy, gentlemen.
Well, how's it going, boys? Make sure before we get started, make sure you like and subscribe and or become a channel member. But don't feel like you have to do that. Giving money to strangers on the internet is, definitely not a thing you should probably do. But if you do want to do it, that'd be great. But liking, subscribing, more than enough for me, baby. Anyway, first thing I'd like to talk about is the gear. This is the gear we're going to be bringing. And in this setup, we are risking about 4 mil. If we heal my player, definitely 4 mil. Less than 4 mil? How is it? I don't know. It's 4 mil. Just pretend it's 4 mil. All we're risking is 4 mil. And the things we're going to be bringing are the Helm of Nay It's Not. This is, I know it looks like a Zerka Durka helm, but that's just a bounty hunter kit because I am obsessed with cosmetics in this game. Me like cosmetics. And we're going to be bringing God Cape, Glory, anything in the ammo slot, doesn't matter. Cursed Scepter. Bring 10,000 dragon arrows in your ammo slot. Make sure you do that every time. That's extremely important so that when you die, you're always sad. Just bring a blessing. Any blessing will work. Cursed Scepter. The hardest part about PKing is maging, and a Cursed Scepter makes maging for PKing brain dead. And this is not a PKing setup, by the way. This is to kill. This is a killing bot setup, by the way. Right? We're here to turbo slaughter bots. There are no range switches, brother. This is improper as hell. Improper as hell. But here's my 10,814 kills, 727. Yeah. So anyway, back to the gear. Right. We got the Nezi with the kit on it, the imbued God Cape to catch more, the Glory, the Any Blessing, the easy mode mage weapon, because maging is the only hard part of PKing. Anyone can range and melee. That's why Venge PKing is so easy. Blood Bark top and bottom, because this stuff is just about as good as Aram's, and it is like cheap. This stuff is cheap, man. Like, examine 170k for the top, and 160. Yeah, it's like 350k for all of it together, man. And then Spirit Shield. This is like a better Rune Kite Shield, and it's only 60k. That's crazy. Barrow's Gloves. Barrow's Gloves are the best gloves in PvP ever, except for the Confliction Gauntlets. Those are terrible busted and 60 mil. I bring Fremennik Sea Boots 4 because I beat the Fremennik Elite Diary. If you don't have the Fremennik Elite Diary done, just bring Mystic Boots, or any boots, or no boots, or climbing boots. Mystic Boots or climbing boots, probably, to be fair. I'd say Mystic Boots to catch a little more. Maybe the +2 strength bonus will matter for the Void Waker. Who knows? And then a Ring of Shadows, or you can bring a Recoil, or you can bring that Lunar Ring, or you can bring I'd just say just get a Ring of Shadows. This is like a Brimstone ring, but it's only 60k, so we love that. That's pretty dope. And so that's it for the gear. Now let's talk about the inventory. Another thing I'd like to talk about with your inventory is, like, notice how my inventory and my map are really big? That is because, whoa, what happened there? So let's go to, right, okay. Now I remember how I need to do this. So, first and foremost, one of the things most people struggle with PKing is click accuracy. They miss everywhere and misclick and mess everything up, and they can't click anything, right? And they'll all do a switch, or they'll drag their stuff. They'll just mess up all the time. And that's and having a larger inventory fixes that. And how do you make your inventory larger? Get the hell out of here. Get the fudge out of here, brother. How do you make your inventory larger in the RuneScape client? Well, what you have to do is you have to right-click your settings on your computer. Let me drag this over here. Oh, Lord, this is big. So, if I set it to 100%, everything's tiny, including my inventory. Look how tiny that is. If we go back here and we set it to the scale and layout to 175%, makes everything bigger, right? And boom! Look how big my inventory is. Huge. So, let's do that one more time, just so we can see it. Set it back to 100%. Recommended. I have 2 monitors, so I can put all the normal size stuff on one of them. Look how tiny that is. How are you supposed to accurately click that and do stuff? No way, brother. There's no way. There's no effing way. So maximize that stuff so you can BS that you're good at doing your clicks, as what I always say. So that's the first thing we're going to talk about with inventories. The next thing is like how I have my inventory set up. I like to PK with the Void Waker. So, one second, let me minimize this. It's getting in the way. Okay, cool. So, I like to PK with the Void Waker. This is a bot-killing machine, and I used to PK with the Nally all the time, but then the Nally became... So, the Void Waker is currently... The Void Waker is trending up right now. It's 37 mil, about 38 mil. The Nally used to be less expensive. So, let's see. It used to be like 20 mil. Now it's like 42 mil. So... And I love the Nally. It's a whacking machine and stuff. But you have to know how to do off-tick prayers. This, you don't need to know how to do anything, really. If you've ever killed like a Slayer monster, you could probably kill these bots. Anyway, we're still getting a little ahead of ourselves. That's step one of our inventory. Make your inventory bigger. Inventory big, good. Also, when I PK, there's two things you could do. Like I could have my Void Waker down here, right? I could click, hit the 4 key, and then hit the spec bar, and then click on them, right? But I don't like going between menus too much. Just creates more opportunities to fail. So I am what we call a degenerate top switcher. So since I'm a top switcher, I'll do like I'll boom click the spec and then click the bot, right? That's what I'll do. I saw this guy kill somebody for 400 mil, and he just like clicked claws and then clicked his spec and venge at the same time and clicked on him, and boom, he was $400 million richer. And I was like, damn, that got the wheels turning for sure for me. So that's why I do that. I am a top switcher. So you can either be a top switcher, or you can have your inventory towards the bottom. You can have your spec weapons towards the bottom of your inventory and use the spec bar. So you could like click your weapon and then click the spec bar, and then click on them. And that, I think, is in theory faster, but it requires a lot of practice and stuff, and I didn't want to do that. But I didn't do that. And it didn't seem to slow me down too much, right? Like 10,000 effing kills, boys. So, didn't get too slowed down by that. Anyway, let's get back to talking about the inventory. So we got the Void Waker and the Burning Defender. Make sure it's parched. Make sure this is parched. You shall make sure this is parched. Make sure this has the little L symbol at the end in the parentheses, okay? Or I symbol. I don't know what that means. But I bring about 9 anglers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 anglers. I bring 8 anglers. I'm a liar. I bring my construction cape or house tabs. Bring your royal seed pod. Bring about 100 blighted sex, 100 entangles. Bring 6 brews. Bring 3 blighted restores. Bring a forgotten brew, a Menafite remedy, super combat, extended stamina, and a sand few. And I'll have a bank tag for this as well, or a picture of it or something. Like, yeah, something. We'll do something. There'll be something for you to figure out how to do this. So that's everything I want to talk about with the inventory. Now we're going to talk about prayers. Now what you want to do with your prayers is you're going to go to prayer reordering, and you want to move your prayers around to the top left of your screen. Because for the same reason that we are a top switcher, we also want everything in the top left of our screen. Because ideally, like let's say this is a bot right here, I want to be able to have myself here, him, and him between my inventory. I'm always going to try to orient myself to where he's always to my right of my screen, so I can go boom boom and then boom and kill him, right? That's what we're trying to do. And if my prayers are in a similar spot, right, like I have my prayers set up, like I have my most in prayers towards the top, most towards the top, and it just it gets less important as it goes down. Like I'll almost never use these. These I literally only use in LMS because sometimes you're forced to do Zerkers and Pures, and you have to use these disgusting split prayers because Reddit didn't want us to have a low-level version of piety that you get like Deadeye and Mystic Vigor. Thank you, Reddit, for ruining this game and making things weird and awkward. I love you for that, by the way. Oh my God, I hate people who don't have perspective so much. Like, is it so hard to see beyond yourself or to see things that don't affect you in this game? Like, oh my gosh. I don't know. There might be just some. Also, to be fair, there might be a lot of bad actors, just people who just shamelessly don't care about the state of the game and just do stuff to deliberately make it worse. Right? It might not be just clueless people also. I don't know. We don't know. I'm rambling. Anyway, back to prayers. So that's how I have. So you just, if you want to get your prayers sort of, you don't have to organize them like this. Doesn't really matter. But make sure you just right click the prayer button, and then you just want to enable prayer reordering, and then and just reorder your prayers and set them up in a way that makes sense for you. Right? So I think the base, and you can do the same thing for your spells as well. You can do spell reordering. And you definitely want to do that for vending and stuff. You want for me, I just try to get everything towards the top. But what if you're not like a top switcher like me? What if you're more of a bottom switcher and you want to use your spec bar and stuff? So you want more stuff, your prayers and everything more towards the bottom of your screen. It just depends on what you want to do. For me, for this video, we're going to be doing everything towards the top because I think that's a more straightforward way to get into it. Like you have the spec button right here. You just grab your spec weapon and then spec them. Easy. You don't have to do any menu swaps or anything. Nothing. You don't have to do nothing. Okay, so we went over the inventory pretty good there. And then we went over the prayers pretty good. Now let's talk about hotkeys. So to talk about hotkeys, you got to go to settings, got to go to all settings, and then you got to go to gameplay, I think. Nope, controls. Go to controls, and this is how I have my hotkeys set up. I have my spec bar set to 4. These I don't care about. My inventory set to F1, prayer set to F2, and spells to F3. And then I have my if you want to do takeoffs and stuff, which I don't do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So inventory 1, prayers 2, spells 3, spec bar 4, and equipment 5. So that's how I can go through all my menus really fast. And then I also make use of a plugin we'll talk about later. I guess we can talk about it now. So I use this plugin called key remapping, right? Key remapping. Boom. Yeah, see, look, it remaps F1, F2, F3, F4, F5 to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Super easy. And I also have a setup where if you have the camera remapped, it makes your WASD your camera. Just like World of Warcraft, basically. So if you're coming from World of Warcraft, this might be something you're really interested in. So that goes over the plug. And then other plugins you can have on, you can have Wilderness Player Alarm, and you can have the Wilderness Lines plugin. So let's go to my favorite plugins. Obviously, 117 HD, I love this plugin. Makes the game look beautiful, right? Beautifully low detail. And then I have my attack timer metronome. That's kind of important. Death Daughter's really important. We like Death Daughter. That lets make sure so you can see what people are doing when they stand under you. Key remapping is really important. Looting bag is more of a Slayer thing. Player indicators is really important. That lets you see players. This is really good. And then, yep, Wilderness Player Alarm. We'll go ahead and turn that on. It's if you have seizures and stuff, don't use this. If you're prone to getting seizures, don't use this. Do not use the Wilderness Player Alarm if you are susceptible to seizures. Don't do it. Do not do it. You will get a seizure. But yeah, if you don't have seizures and don't have any problems with that, totally fine. Okay, so that's all the setup, right? But you can have the best setup in the world, but it's not going to mean jack if you don't practice. And you're going to probably, when you first do this, you're going to fail a lot. A lot of bots are going to get away, and you're going to get a little better every time, get a little closer to killing one every time. Because a lot of these bots are tough to kill now. They used to be super easy, but now they're not. But they're a lot easy. It's a lot easier. This is like the easiest way to kill them. So let's go find ourselves a bot. Right, so I'm in my house. I have my portal nexus set to Karalanger. Right, I have a fully functioning house. So you don't have to use this. You can just use Karalanger tabs, or if you have the Hunter cape, if you have level 99 Hunter, the Hunter cape is actually the best cape in the game for this stuff. So let's go check that out. All right, and we're gonna go run over here. I might speed this up. I might not. But we just want to get up to here towards Spindel. Look at that, that's a Wilderness Player Alarm. This is the Wilderness Lines, and also you can see he's indicated because of player indicators. So that demonstrates 3 plugins right there real quick. And he doesn't care about me. Also, for quick prayers, as we're getting up here, make sure you have Pray Range, Augury, Preserve, and Protect Item. And what you want to do is you want to shift. You also will have to get KC at this boss. You need to kill Spindel 20 times to be able to peek. So there is somebody in here, right? There's somebody in this cave. So that means that's a customer right there, baby. And if you've ever watched any of my streams, I do this all day, every Sunday. So all day, every Sunday. That's what works with my work schedule. And then when you got one, you go eat an angler, eat a forgotten brew, take a Menophyte remedy, and then take a super combat. And you can drink your extended ante if you want. These extended staminas are super dope, by the way. Also, make sure that your PK skill prevention is on and your MP attacks options are set to hidden. Okay? And then you're going to turn on your quick prayers. And then I have my, because of prayer reordering, all my teleblock and my entangle are at the top left of my screen. So everything's at the top left of my inventory, no matter what. So I'm going to peek in here and let's see what we got. Oh, nope, we can't get this one. He's too low level. I can only hit 97s and lower. Or not up. 97s and higher. So we're just going to go hop. If you hop fast enough, so I hit the escape key, and I just go, so you can hit the escape key and just hop if you can't hit the target. And then boom, you're reset, right? Super quick to find somebody. Oop, this is what we got. This is the perfect victim. Right? Oh, we got the TB off. And I got the Tangle off. And then I'm going to just swap to my Void Waker. Look at this. He'll pray melee against the Void Waker. It's weird. You look at that. He's just praying melee. And I can just double spec him with the Void Waker. Oh, he kind of messed it up there a little bit. I can whack him now. And I'm just going to Rage him. I'm going to re-entangle him. Oh, he got away a little bit. So this one I have to kind of beat the crap out of. Okay, I'm going to pray Piety and Spite. And I'm just going to whack him. I can take my hands off the keyboard at this point. And just whack him. Oh yeah, got a 39 off. What level is this guy? He's 116. We can whack him for a while. We don't even have to re-entangle him. I am kind of getting scammed on hits here. Oh, we got gap because we went around the corner. So we just pray Augury, equip our mage stuff again. Boom. Boom. And then you see this attack timer metronome. If he was praying Sweeper, this would matter, but it doesn't. So I'm pretty sure he got, this is only a half TB. Oh, he's gonna try to entangle me, but if we keep whacking him, he's gonna have to eat. So he's not gonna be able to use spells on us. I also got my imbued God cape on, so who cares? Stop it! I just whack him. He just lets me whack him, and that missed. These guys will miss all the time on you. Don't you fucking dare! I swore. I swore. Swearing is bad. Okay. Let's see, what was he? Yeah, I can just keep whacking him. I might even smite him, which would be amazing. I don't want to eat or anything, because if I eat, it'll stop me from attacking. Okay, so we got gapped there. So we got to redo this. Got the entangle. Now we just keep whacking. Die, buddy. He's almost dead. Just he's gotten chance so many times. I'm gonna bet. What about we just kill him? Yep, and he's dead. Just like that. Just like that. He's dead. And look at that. We even conveniently walked us all the way back to Ferox. How perfect. Perfect. Alright. Let's see. What is this key worth? 361k. And then I can talk to this guy, and you can just pay the 1 mil to get the loot keys from this guy. 100% before you start doing this. Loot keys are so lovely. So beautiful. What is this guy doing? He's probably kind of doing what I'm doing. Well, we look at this, and boom, look at that. Little loot key. We got a little bit of ether. A little bit of money, some gold. We got his fee. Got some super combat. Get some extra supplies. Another monk robe set. And yeah, that's it. That's all there is to it. Just rinse and repeat from here, man. Super easy. Super easy, man. Super easy. And let's have a look at some of the loot I've gotten from this. Like, this is my loot chest tab. So, like, I've PK'd nearly 1 billion raw gold. I've PK'd over 4 million ether. I've PK'd 640 sets of dragon boots. A ton of onyx bolts. This doesn't count. I got that from Bounty Hunter. I've PK'd 70 mil in Nezzies. Those are also from Bounty Hunter. We're not going to count those. These are also from Bounty Hunter. I PK'd 40 mil in restores. And restores are cheap right now. So that's insane. Like, this is like the best money maker ever. It's consistent. It's always there. They're on every world. They're easy to kill. Like, oh man, just go out there and make a bunch of money. Like, a lot of people are always like, oh, I need money. I don't know. I'm out of touch as hell. But yeah, let's go have a look at my bank real quick. Put everything in there. And then yeah, so we can look at stuff I've had. Like I have 327 netties. I got 21 dragon boots. Just like all kinds of stuff. And you also, like, you got to kind of comb through your bank sometimes, see what's in here. Yeah, 601 magic logs are from all my runes are from PKing, like all my blood runes and stuff. Like all kinds of stuff. All these dueling rings, like, oh my god, did these things drop so many dueling rings. Like, if we go back to this, yeah. Oh, this one didn't have a dueling ring. I guess he was using a games like. What was his plan to get back home? Well, I also PK'd a ton of these too. A bunch of glories, rings of wealth, combat bracelets. Like, if we go over here, yeah, there's some. They're probably mostly. Yeah, look at all these rings of wealth and glories and stuff. I have like thousands of glories, man. So don't let me be the only one getting this stuff, guys. Go out here and get your free money. It's great practice and stuff, and it's only 4 mil risk. I know that's kind of tough, but like the Accursed Scepter really is worth it if you're having a tough time learning to PK. Accursed Scepter makes learning to PK way easier. Just make sure you have like 1,000 or something ether in it. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all there is to it, man. It's really not that hard. It's not that difficult. It's not complicated. It is just a little bit of muscle memory and stuff, and just practice. And you just practice a little bit. Some bots are going to get away from you, some are not. You're going to get lucky and you're going to get unlucky. So just go out there and give it a try, man. It's a great way to make money. But so I wish you all the best, boys. Take it easy.